Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of chilled, relaxed plant content, where we talk about the good, the bad, the thriving, and the dying plants in our collection. And we try to learn the best way to grow our plants so that they grow the way we want them to and they don't die. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you'd like to participate, contribute to, or you just want to hang out, hit the subscribe button. Let's be plant friends. So today I have a lot of repotting. I have plants that are just hopping pots because I want to use the current pot for something else. I have some new plants that just need to be potted up. And I have one plant that I originally potted together because they were marked as the same plant, but I don't think they're the same plant anymore. The way they grow is different, and when we get to that plant, I'll explain and show you guys. But that's the plan for today. So I'm gonna flip you around so that you can see the plants, and yeah, alrighty. Alright guys, so the first one we are going to be repotting is my lace vine. And we're going to be repotting her because I want to use this pot for my string of needles. And yeah, it's a very cool plant. If you could focus. There we go, I think. Who knows? But it's a cool plant, and I want to use this pot for that. So we're just swapping pots real quick. I think this is a bigger pot, so we're gonna have to add a little bit of soil. Not sure if you can see. Okay. Alright, you can see. Okay, so we added a little bit of soil at the bottom, and we're just gonna gently pull. This guy, I'm pretty sure, is pretty compacted, and he is. Look at that. The roots started growing out and down into the drainage hole. So we're gonna just take that, plop her in here. Oh, we might need a little bit more soil to the bottom. I think that's good. And then we're just gonna backfill it a little bit. So for this plant, every one of these can be its own plant. It takes off kind of like strawberry plants, where they'll put out little runners. And now the mess starts, but that's okay. So I'm not too worried if like this big plant in here doesn't do so well, because I have all of these babies that I could propagate. Or the spider plant. It's kind of also like the spider plant, where they put off a whole bunch of little babies. It's a very rewarding plant. The flowers are very cute. They're like a fuzzy white with like rippled edges. Yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's usually relatively a cheap plant. My local nursery has them for like, I think they're $5. And then I think I originally bought mine from Josh's Frogs. And again, I think it was like $5. So, alright, we're just going to leave it like that. I'm going to pull off this little yellow leaf. And that's pretty much it for this guy. All done. Looking cute. I think the roots will appreciate the deeper pot. And yeah. It's just a good plant to have. Alright, let's put the tag back in. Put you over here. Alright, so this is gonna make a mess. These are just like little like teacup type of pots. I got them, I think, at the Christmas tree shop. I originally had 4 and then I broke one, so I have 3. And my other 2, I have the string of hearts and the string of spades. So I kind of just want to do that for the string of needles. Although I do have a variegated string of hearts and then a string of arrows, but they're kind of they're bigger plants, where these guys are still kind of small and can fit in this little pot better. Yeah, see, we didn't even have to add soil, not oil. We're not cooking. but we didn't have to add any soil. It fits nice and snug. We didn't have to mess with the roots. And yeah. Alright, we did make a mess, but what else is new? Not Hoya, oh my goodness. String of needles. I do usually take 1 or 2 strands and wrap around the top to try to reroot it so that the top doesn't seem so bare, because that's really the only downside to those types of plants is the tops are always end up being bare. Alright guys, so I'm glad I checked the camera because it stopped recording, which is great. I guess we'll do a recap of what I did. So I repotted the lace vine into this pot from this pot. This is a cute little like teacup design, and I put the string of needles into that pot. This plant, I think I was just showing you that like all of these little guys are their own plants, kind of like a spider plant or a strawberry plant where they put out little runners, and you can pluck those off or cut them off, stick them in soil, and they'll grow and be their own plant. And then the string of needles, I have a string of hearts and a string of spades that are also in similar teacup pots, and I like to try to keep things a little matching, different matching, not like all the same color, all the same type, but you know, the same like design or something like that. I kind of like that. It's like a controlled chaos type of aesthetic. Okay, so then I repotted this guy. This is the Peperomia verticalis, something like that. And it eventually gets long and starts to trail. Very pretty leaves, and I'm excited to see this plant trail. I think it would look really nice. I have it just in this boring white / cream colored pot because that's what I got. But you know, I could probably let my nieces like paint on it with nail polish or something, you know, spice up the pot a little bit. But yeah. And then we have my Peperomia incana, which I had 2 little plants, and I just potted them up into this green designed pot. And yeah, hopefully these plants will do well. This guy's a little floppy with some of his leaves, and I'm not sure exactly why. I think he was in like the 2-inch pots before. They were in like these really small ones, and I think they were just drying out too quickly. So hopefully being in a bigger pot with more soil, they, 1, don't rot, but 2, also kind of perk up a little bit more. Okay, now that we've done that, let's move on. Oh, who should we pot up next? All right, the next 2 I'm going to pot up is this Raindrop Peperomia. It's nice and tall, and so we're going to take it out of its nursery pot, pot it up in this gray pot, and call it a day. It's not my favorite Peperomia, but as you can see, hopefully, it is starting to shoot out a new little baby, and I think some of the nodes are starting to reactivate, and hopefully they'll put out new leaves or shoots or something, because it's kind of a boring plant, especially when it looks like this. I don't know. Some people may be like this. It's not me. This one also doesn't have a drainage hole, but Peperomias, I think, will be okay. I guess we'll find out. I'm not going to be horribly upset if this plant decides it doesn't want to be in my care anymore. But, okay. That was really easy. Okay, that was quick. Sometimes it's nice when the soil's a little looser. It kind of just like falls down the sides on its own, and you don't have to do too much to help that out. Alright, that was quick and easy. I feel like I have no room. We'll switch you guys. There we go. Alright, so the next one I want to repot is this string of coins. I'm going to put it in this cute little blue pot. I think it's cute. It's got a drainage hole. And yeah, let's see. Oh wow, these guys got some roots. You know, for some reason I was anticipating this to be more of a shallow rooted plant, but it's not, and I don't know if that's gonna work. Maybe if I just shove it down. I'm just gonna shove it in here for now because I don't have another pot right now. And we lost a leaf. That's okay. Actually, I think that leaf might have been rooting. I don't know if you can see. I think it was rooting. So we're gonna stick that back in there. And this guy's soil's really dry, so we're gonna have to water him. But when you guys repot, is it controlled chaos like this, or what you hope is controlled chaos? I feel like this is just chaos. It's not controlled. But yeah, how do you guys repot? Because I usually make a huge mess, and yeah, we're just gonna sprinkle some of this other soil that I have dropped onto it. Just because this soil's newer, it has some nutrients in it, and it might help the plant start growing a little bit faster. Just to kind of like top it off. And I think if I water it, it'll help settle the soil down. That's the hope anyway. Yeah, so this is the string of coins. It's also a trailing plant. And as you can see, the leaves are very succulent and very round. We got a whole bunch of little baby leaves right here. How cute. Okay. I think I'm going to have to clear this off to get the next plant. But I have one plant that there were two plants originally. I thought they were the same plant. They were marked as the same plant. And so I potted them together. But watching or noticing their growth habits, I don't think they're the same plant anymore. So yeah, let me clear this off and I'll get those and kind of show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so the last plant we're going to be dealing with today is my Monstera and Sonia. Now these are two separate plants that I put in together. As you can see, one is extremely viney, and then this one in the center is just like its own little bush. And this little bush guy grows very slowly, and then this vining Sonia part takes off. So I'm going to separate them, and I'm going to put them in these boring matching pots. Again, I'll probably have like my nieces like just paint them, but until then they're boring and white. And we're just going to pull out these pots, because I don't know these plants, because they just, I don't know. Let's see, I gotta like dig in here a little bit. Yeah, sometimes when pots are curved like this, they can kind of get like jammed in there. That's a little annoying. Okay, let's see, can I even get it out? I feel some roots ripping, but it's okay. Okay, so we got the centerpiece one out. This is also, I don't even know, but so this is the first part. And as you can see, it's more like a cane-like growth. What is this? Is this not Sonia? Is this a different form of Sonia? Is this just really little and hasn't vined yet? Like, I don't know. We're going to put that one in there. I'm going to pull out this vine. All these vines. Ugh. ripping. I'm going to put succulents in this pot because of the way it's curved. Succulents usually don't have a deep root system, so it shouldn't be as difficult as this. Look at that mess I'm making. But yeah, you can see there's plenty of roots. And we're just going to kind of like, I don't know, we got to kind of organize this because this is chaos. This is chaos. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got 1 plant, 2 plants, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's just 5 vines. Okay, alright, let's first get some dirt into the new pot. All of this in here. Oh, I might have put too much dirt. Just pour it back on the table, it's fine. And then bury these guys. Okay. Backfill it. Alright, so we got those 5 vines in there. And now I have a lot of bare vine at the top, so I'm going to wrap that around and hopefully those will reroot and fill out the top of the plants. Because it's kind of shove them in there. This plant grows so fast and it's such an easy plant to propagate that I'm not worried about it. So just gonna dump some on top lightly and just shake it in there. Okay. And that's pretty much it. And we'll see what roots, what doesn't, and maybe in a couple weeks we'll be doing a propagation video. Who knows? So that's the first one, the vining Adansonii. Okay. Put you over here. Now this next Adansonii, or what I thought was an Adansonii, is more bush-like. So is there another Adansonii looking plant that is bush-like? Like it's more cane-like? I wasn't aware of any, but I also don't know every single plant in the world, so maybe you guys can help me. If you know the difference between these two Adansonii, or if they are even Adansonii, what is this? What is this? What is this? I have no idea. This guy's a lot easier to, because he's not vining, he's more of a bush-like Adansonii. Is that a thing? Is that even a thing? Or is this the Adansonii and the vine thing that I got is not an Adansonii? I don't know. Don't know. I'm confused. I'm lost. I would like answers. Alright guys, so this is the mess I made. These are some of the plants I repotted. And just looking at that, like look at that difference. They're completely different plants. They have to be. I just don't know which is which. I'm also using the little tag to help hold down some of the vines. So yeah, if you guys know what's up with these plants, if there's difference or not, or if maybe this is just taking longer to get to this stage. Let me know in the comments below. Also, yeah, I think that's probably it. It's been a long day, guys. I'm tired. And, yeah, I guess until next time, relax, plant, and peace out.